Have you ever noticed how the moment you finally get to bed and everything goes quiet, your mind suddenly switches on and you're lying there thinking, why now? Why does it always happen at night? And if you really look at your day, it actually starts to make sense because all day you've been distracted. You've been doing things to keep yourself busy, whether this is at work or you're just getting through what you need to do, and never really pausing to deal with those thoughts or feelings, all that anxiety that was always there in the background. And so instead, what you're actually doing is keeping yourself moving. You keep yourself occupied with practical things, and that's not always a bad thing. Keeping distractions there, it can help you function, but sometimes it becomes constant, and that's where it starts to build into overload. So let me give you an analogy. So just imagine your mind is like a device, a computer screen or a phone, and all the distractions throughout your day are like the tabs you've opened, the emails, conversations, things you've seen, things you've ignored, things you've pushed aside, and you keep opening more apps and more tabs as the day goes on without closing anything down. And at first it feels manageable, but over time what happens is the system, your device, it slows down, it gets overwhelmed, and that's exactly what's happening in your mind. So when nighttime comes and everything else stops, all those tabs and apps are still open. They're running in the background in your mind. And that's when anxiety feels worse. Not because suddenly it's appeared, but because nothing has been processed or closed off during the day. And what most people do at that moment when they're lying in bed is actually reach for their phone and scroll even further or distract themselves with the TV, which is like opening even more tabs and apps when your system is already struggling. So the shift isn't about trying to shut everything down instantly. It's about learning how to close things gradually before you get to that point. So if you want to change that and you don't want to get to that point, a simple night routine can really help. Start by giving yourself a clear switch off point. Start to unwind, even if it's just 20 minutes before bed. And don't have your devices near you, and come away from your phone and stop taking in more information. Then slow things down, dim the light, sit quietly, make yourself a warm drink. Give your mind a chance to transition, and then take whatever is still sitting in your head and write it down. Not to solve it, just to get it out. Like you're closing those tabs one by one. And after that, bring your focus into your body. Slow your breathing. Notice where you are. Let your shoulders drop, because when your body settles, your mind follows. And if your thoughts still come up, you don't need to follow them through. You don't need to open every tab in your mind again. Just notice them and let them pass, because not everything needs your attention in that moment, especially at night. And when you start doing this consistently, keep practicing, something shifts. Your mind doesn't run in the same way. Nights feel calmer and you stop dreading that quiet space, because you understand what's actually happening in your mind. So if anxiety gets worse at night, it's not a sign that something is wrong. It's a sign that too much has been left open during the day, and you didn't deal with it, you didn't pause, you didn't sit with it, or you didn't do a mindful exercise to distract yourself in a positive way. And when you start closing those loops, even in the small ways, everything begins to feel lighter. And if you want to understand this on a deeper level and learn how to manage anxiety in a practical way, my book Fix Me is linked in the description below. And if this helps, make sure you like this video and subscribe to my channel and share it with someone who needs to hear this. Until next time.